Greetings, friends, and welcome back to the Small Brain Podcast. We're going to be doing something a little bit different today. This is the long-awaited everything in my bag video. You guys have been asking me to do this for a very long time. We've gotten tons of DMs on Patreon asking to do this. So here it is, guys. Here is some very brain-dead YouTube content that everybody wants. So I'm going to give it to you today because I'm planning for an upcoming trip. And I figured what better day than to show my people what's in my bag. So, all right, let's get started. So this is a clothing bag, and you know what? It's a roller, guys. It's a rolling suitcase, okay? There's too much stigma around just taking a backpack. Oh, I'm a backpacker. I'm just living by the seat of my pants. I don't know. I can't afford first class. I just need a backpack, and I'll just hitchhike on a bus. All right, that's the sentiment around backpacking, and I feel like it's kind of bullshit. Yeah, when you're 18, 19, 20 in a hostel trying to flex on people, there's this whole, stigma around bringing a suitcase. People think it makes you some kind of elitist or that you're not going to have an adventure that someone who carries a backpack will bring. Guys, next trip you take, if you're a backpack person, I don't hold it against you, just next trip you take, how many times is having a roller inconvenient? And how many times is it convenient? Because I feel like it's convenient 9 out of 10 times. The only 1 out of 10 is if you're on the back of a motorcycle in Vietnam. And even then, the Grab driver will put it between their legs. It's not a big deal. There's too much of a stigma. People want to get on their high horse about the backpack. It's bullshit, all right? Maybe a cobblestone street in, Rome or a dirt road in Ecuador. I could see that. But guys, just pick it up. Just carry it. It then becomes as inconvenient as a backpack, right? Because then you're carrying the physical burden on your body, right? But 9 out of 10 times, if you're on a flight or you're just chucking it on a bus or you're rolling down the street looking for your hotel, how is that? You're playing yourselves, guys. You're going to hurt your back. You're going to hurt your shoulders. You're going to hurt your neck. For what? For nothing. Also, if you have things in 2 containers, it's a lot easier to sneak stuff onto flights. As in, if you have a 70-liter backpack, like I used to have when I was backpacking in Colombia. Also, on Ireland to Japan, I had backpacks. To be fair, though, on a motorcycle, you got to have the backpacks. I'll vouch for that. That makes logistical sense. But if you're just taking buses and you're getting in vans and you're on planes, there's no reason to not have a roller. There's really not. It's just a flex. It's like, oh, well, I'm such a nomad. I have my backpack. I don't need a roller. I don't need everything that you guys need. By the way, I don't even have a lot of in here. The most stuff really is in this, and that's because I'm a YouTuber. If I was just a regular person, I'd probably just bring this and be really happy about it, right? Or I would have a really light backpack. But that's besides the point I'm trying to make, okay? Don't judge me for bringing this, all right? This makes my life easier. Airports, easy. Bus stops, easy. The only time it's mildly inconvenient is when I have to pick it up. By the way, when you have a backpack, you're always picking it up. It's always on you. You don't have the option, right? And it's only for 500 feet at the most. It's like 1 or 2 football fields at the most you have to carry it. It's not even a big deal. All right, so get off your high horse, all right? We travel to see the world, and that's the most important part. It's not the mechanism that you bring. All right, enough ranting. All right, that's not why you came here. Okay, let's open the backpack. We have shoes. These are Brooks Adrenaline GTS with some insoles. These are very good for long days walking. Should I put them on here? Yeah, I'll put them on the counter. Fuck it. You guys can see. It'll be satisfying. Those are really good. Probably some of the best shoes I've ever had. They don't pack as great. I used to have these Adidas. They're 3D printed shoes. They're really, really lightweight. If you don't, I have a bad back, so that's why I have these nice kind of running shoes with insoles. But if you're just a regular guy, I think the Adidas 3D printed, I don't know what they were called, but they were sick. And they were really, really light, and they could fold up in the bag and stuff, so... It's all about finding something. Everything in these bags is for one purpose, right? You don't want to have, anything I need has one item. Like for every purpose, there is an item, if that makes sense. And there's not two items for a purpose, if that makes sense. I don't bring two pairs of tennis shoes. I have a pair of tennis shoes, and then I wear these slides, UFOs. They are horribly disgusting because I've worn them for years and refuse to get new ones. But UFOs for the plane, you can just slide them off. It's all good. I don't have them in these bags, but maybe get some compression socks for the plane. It keeps your like circulation like healthy throughout the flight, because if you're sitting in economy, all the blood's gonna flow to your feet and then they're gonna swell up and it's gonna hurt. I feel like if you're younger, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But in your 30s, I've started to notice that happens to me. So some compression socks for the plane are really nice. With the slides are so comfortable. You just slide them off whenever you need. If the schmuck next to you needs to go piss, you can get up and just slide your slides on. It's all good. It's no worries. I would never wear tennis shoes on a plane. They're just too constricted. Because, I mean, if you're in coach already, it's so constricted. You can barely move. You can barely lean your seat back. Why would you want something like enclosed on your foot? At least that's how I feel. And that's why you clicked on the video. It's my channel. So I'm not going to bring this on this trip because it's the summertime. I'm about to go to Japan. But a Patagonia, like really light jacket. I think this is like the Neo something or other. Let's see. What's it called? I have no idea. But it's like a really, really lightweight jacket. You've definitely seen them in my videos. It's kind of a one-size-fits-all, or not one-size-fits-all, but kind of like a one and done like jacket. Like you can wear it if it's like, 40 degrees Fahrenheit. What's that, like 7 Celsius, and it's no big deal. And you can also wear it like if it gets warmer, like in the 60s Fahrenheit, maybe like, what's that in Celsius? I'm trying to learn. 60s Fahrenheit, and it's like, I don't know, 10 or 11 Celsius. I have no idea, 15. But like it's good for like kind of room temperature and down. Not quite freezing, but you can just like layer up. Like if it was a winter trip, I would just bring like kind of like a small little sweatshirt, and then I'd wear this on top and it would be all good. So that's a really good one. I'm not bringing it on this trip, so we'll just forget about it for this video. Here's what I always bring. Always, always, always. No matter what season, no matter where I'm going, it's a bathing suit. Always bring a bathing suit, boys and girls. Always. Because you never know what kind of shenanigans you're going to get up to. Even if you're going to fucking like Japan in the winter or like Norway in the winter, guess what? They have spas in those countries. You're going to want to wear that if you want to go to like a co-ed spa. There's really no reason not to bring it. It's tiny. It packs up into nothing. The thing that is holding all my clothes are these packing cubes. These are REI packing cubes. You want to get some that have this feature on them. So they unzip, obviously, right? So I got all my socks. I usually bring 5 pairs of socks, 5 pairs of underwear. And that, honestly, guys, that's like the most important item of clothing you can kind of splurge for space on, because the reality is when the socks are dirty, when the underwear is dirty, you can't rewear it. That's disgusting. I would rewear these shorts. I wear these shorts every day of my life, literally every single day. These are like Nike Jordans. They're not like amazing basketball shorts. They're not very flexible for working out, but they honestly are comfortable, so I just wear them every day. I think this is the only pair of shorts I'm going to bring on this next trip. I'm not going to bring pants. I think the only other pair of shorts I'd bring is the bathing suit, just because I just want to bring as little as possible. And honestly, I wear these every day anyways. If they get dirty, I'll just wash them in the sink. There's some like laundry detergent that you can use for the sink. You just stop up the sink and you wash it in the sink with hot water, and then you just like hang it on your balcony or something, or like in the hostel common area or whatever the hell. That's really a game changer, because you don't need to rely on like laundromats, or you don't need to go out of your way. Or, I mean, truly, like doing laundry is a pain in the ass on the road. If you're in a new country, especially, even in Japan, I've been in Japan like countless times, and even there, it's like a challenge to do it, because you got to like use a translator, and then like you got to get the coins, and you got to spend the time and like take time out of your day. And especially if you're trying to like run and gun and get as much done as you can, like it's not really like feasible to do that. So I would definitely recommend like just washing your stuff in the sink. You might not smell great, but guess what? You're only there for 2 weeks, so fuck it, dude. Just stink. It's all good. Speaking of being independent, I think these towels are really nice. What brand is this? I don't even know. This French girl gave it to me in France ages ago. Nabaiji? Nabaiji? I don't know. But it's just like it's like a really quick drying towel. It's really, really nice. You just use that, like if you're going to the lake or, going to the pool or even like, getting out of the shower in the hostel. Because a lot of these places will charge you for towels, so just bring your own. I mean, it takes up no space and it dries really fast. It does start to stink after like 3 days, so just make sure you hang it up. But it has a little thing that you can hang it on, so it's all good. Oh yeah, speaking of the packing cubes again, so you want a packing cube that kind of unfurls like that. It has this second set of zippers to where it adds space to the packing cube, and then so if you like overstuff it like I have here with underwear and socks, you can then just like re-zip it and it's all good and it saves you space. So packing cubes, honestly, huge game changer. They just help you keep organized, especially if you're running a gun in and like you don't have a lot of time to check out or like you got to catch your bus. You want to know that like, all right, the small packing cube is my socks and underwear. The medium is for shorts or pants, and the big one is for t-shirts. I usually bring 5 t-shirts. If I was giving you like fashion advice, I'd say like pick different, colors of t-shirts. I guess pick like, blue and white and like gray or black or something, like a few different colors so you can like match with whatever you're wearing. But honestly, I'm not here to give fashion advice. You probably look like shit just like me, so it's all good. I just have 2 white. I have a beige shirt and then a black one. I have the Small Brain Big Adventure shirt with a little Small Brain character on it at smallbrainamerican.store. Go check it out. Also, these SIGs Inside hats. I always bring 1 hat when I'm traveling, just because if you have a bad hair day or if you're like in a really sunny or hot place. I'm going to Japan in the fucking summer. It's going to suck balls. So you definitely want to like cover your head with something. For like those long days at the temples or like, running through Tokyo, it's balls hot. And Osaka's even hotter. Jesus Christ, it gets so hot in the summer. So you want to make sure you're not getting heat stroke. So just bring a hat. The SIGs Inside hat is available at smallbrainamerican.store. I will be wearing this for this next Japan series. So I'm really looking forward to ripping SIGs Inside and repping the culture a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. This is something. Okay, I'll get to that later. Okay. Here's my toiletries bag. Again, you want to separate your shit in your bag, like socks, shorts, shirts. You want to just have everything separate. You don't want to like have just a messy bag just full of shit just spilling everywhere. I went on a trip with Tommy Sabbatical, and he was just a fucking disaster. Lovely human being, though. So in here, I've got just general shit. Honestly, it's not that exciting. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but just some sunscreen because I'm getting wrinkly. I have like a Manscaped, I think it's the lawnmower, just to trim up my beard. If I want to look nice, got a razor, like a toothbrush charger and like clippers, nail clippers. I take a probiotic every day just like to maintain my gut health. The ones in these aluminum packs are really nice because as you pop them out, you can just rip off like whatever the fuck. Like, see, I'm not using these pills, so just rip those off. Oh, I made it in the trash can. So then each day you're like taking up less and less space because really it's all about just like space efficiency. I have got some melatonin for the flights to like maintain, healthy sleep schedule with jet lag, deodorant, obviously. Nothing too crazy in here, honestly. All right, I promise that's the most boring thing in here. The rest is actually pretty, I feel like you wouldn't expect a lot of things in here, especially this little tech bag. There's definitely some stuff that you might not imagine that I like to bring, but anyways, we're going to save that for later. These 2 things are the most niche and like odd, I feel like, so maybe you don't need to bring this, but I enjoy bringing them. It's a yoga wheel. If it looks big, it's actually not. You can just like shove shit in the wheel. So it actually doesn't take up that much space. I shove my underwear and like a jacket or a pair of pants in there, and it all actually fits pretty ergonomically. I just feel like when you get done with a day of traveling, especially if you're wearing a heavy backpack, you just want to be able to like relax and kind of unwind and like crack your back, crack your spine. I feel like it's kind of, again, niche, but like to me, it makes a big difference in my quality of life. If I feel like, all right, I just had like a 12-hour day, I'm jet lagged as fuck. I just got to this like crappy little hostel. I just want to like, crack my spine and like do some stretching and feel like I'm taking care of myself. Do like one self-care thing for the day after eating junk food and beer all day and like, sitting upright, sleeping for, 14 hours on a plane. So I feel like I'm definitely going to bring this. It is heavy. Like if you're wearing a backpack, I would not bring this because it's so goddamn heavy. But again, more reason to bring the roller, guys. Make rollers great again, guys. Normalize rollers, okay? This next one is also pretty niche. This is a hook you use to like massage your back. It's actually really, really nice. After a long travel day, the backpack straps on your back just like ripping into your fucking shoulders all day. It's really nice to just come back to the hostel and just kind of like give yourself a massage. And again, it looks weird, it looks like awkward, but it fits perfectly in the side of my bag. So I can just kind of shove shit to the side and it's out of the way. It's also very lightweight. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about that too much. Again, guys, this bag is a real game changer because it has this one big kind of duffel compartment. It has this kind of mesh area so you can put like your toiletries or first aid. What do I have there now? What is that? Oh yeah, a pair of boxers. Oh, you know what I do is I sometimes will put my dirty clothes in here as they get dirty, so it just keeps a separation. And then when you go to do laundry, like this is all your dirty shit. It's also got a pocket on the other side, and that's where I keep this yoga strap to stretch my hamstrings after like sitting on a flight for a long period of time. Guys, maybe you're younger than me. I don't know like what the fuck, like who my audience is really, but you really need to like take care of your bodies on long travel days. So the yoga wheel, maybe don't bring the yoga wheel. That's kind of niche and just for me. But the yoga strap is the shit. It's so nice. It's so easy to stretch your hamstrings. You don't have to bend over. You can just like lay on the ground and just like pull up your leg and get like a really nice stretch. So I don't know, maybe I've lost you. Maybe I'm an old man. Maybe I'm alienating my young, sexy, fit audience. But for me, those things like make a huge difference. Okay, let's do the Fanny Pack. This thing is a game changer. At least for me, being a YouTuber, like running and gunning, traveling, having cameras and memory cards and mics. It's so nice to have something. Even if you're not a vlogger, even if you're just sitting on a plane, it's so nice to just have all your most important shit, all your most expensive shit right here on your body. You don't have to worry about it being in the overhead bin. You don't have to worry about checking it in a bag. You've got it on your body. That makes a huge difference. I've also got this like little crossbody bag. It's honestly a lot more casual and like easier to kind of maneuver than this, because with the Fanny Pack, you're kind of sitting, and then once you sit in the plane seat, it kind of like squeezes you, so you have to like unbuckle it. Not really a major inconvenience, but this thing, especially for the Shinkansen or like a high-speed train, you're just kind of hanging on the hanger, and it's just sitting there nice and cozy. Sunglasses, credit cards, AirPods, just like small stuff. This baby though can hold a lot more stuff, and I feel like it's just a little more secure, like on your waist. Like it's just kind of, I don't know, it just feels more secure. So it's got this nice little side pocket here. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. Keep my passport in here. Just kind of like if I'm not using my phone, I'll shove it in there. Or honestly, with the basketball shorts, it's really nice because I just can't keep a lot of stuff in my pocket. So I'll keep pretty much everything that I need within like a grabbable kind of emergency time period, if that makes sense. Like if you're going through customs, like passport, like bang, like right here. Like you don't have to fiddle through your suitcase. You don't have to like search for it in your pockets. Maybe you didn't heed my advice about the backpacks and you have two backpacks and you have to like, oh, okay, my passport's in my jacket pocket on the inside. So I got to take off the one backpack, take off the other backpack, unzip the jacket pocket, go in there and check to see, oh my God, no, it's not in the jacket pocket. Okay, it's in my pants pocket. Here it is. It's just good to have like one pocket. Again, you need one thing for every need, if that makes sense. Or for every need, just have one thing. You don't want to keep your passport in like 8 different pockets and it could potentially be in this pocket or this bag or this bag or this bag. You just want to know, here's my passport. Especially the passport, like 100%, you want to know exactly where it is. This other stuff in here, honestly, man, like this is my freaking go-to bag. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but I got my hand sanitizer spray in here because planes are disgusting, buses are disgusting. If you're in India, you're going to want to spray this every 8 seconds. You're going to want to have a mister of this on your hands, around you at all times, protecting you from the filth. Got my AirPods Pro 2. Nice and small, very nice noise cancellation. I've got motion sickness tablets for like terrible buses, or I'm one of those guys that I can't face backwards on a train or a bus. I feel sick, so I just honestly, if I have a big travel day coming up, I just pop one or two of these. Or if I'm scuba diving, if I'm on a boat, you just never know. In the Philippines, the roads are bad. India, the roads are bad. Like, you just never know. So honestly, I just like to keep these like on deck, like right here, especially if I see the conditions, like, oh my God, it's gonna be like a really crowded bus. The roads are bad here. Like, I need to take one or two of those and just have it on hand, you know, like just, you want to have it for emergencies. What else we got in here? This bag is really awesome because it's got a SIM card holder there. It's got a little SIM card sleeve, not a SIM card, SD card, a memory card holder there, which is really nice, especially if I'm editing on a plane. And, you know, I just shot some footage. I pull out the little micro SD. I plug it in this little adapter, just plug it in the laptop right there, really easy, and you won't lose it, because I feel like that's like my greatest fear with my job. It's like just losing content, losing data, hard drives failing. You know, that's just an absolute worst nightmare for someone like me that literally makes a living off of online content, and the content just deleting itself, or like you lose it in a train station. That's just a nightmare. So you want to have it like on deck for sure. So this bag is really good because it's got all these different compartments. With something this small, and for the kind of stuff that's in here, how valuable it is to me, you want to have a lot of separation and a lot of organization, right? Because you want to just know, all right, here's my camera, here's my memory card, here's the selfie stick, here's, like, you just want to know exactly where it is. With a bag like this, something like this has more wiggle room. Like, it's not that big of a deal if you're like kind of fumbling, oh, where are my socks? Like, you're just in a hotel getting dressed, it's not that big of a deal. But if you're like waiting in line, you're, you know, going through customs, you're at a border, like, it's a big deal. You want to know exactly where your shit is in this bag. So that's why I love this bag. I don't think you can buy it. I got it in Japan. It's a Low Pro Trekker Lite HP 100. I just bought it in the Yodobashi camera, like a Best Buy in Japan. So maybe this is just a Japanese thing, I'm not sure, but this bag is the tits. It's so organized. So in here we have, I'm not sure how well you guys can see that, but 3 separations. It's a camera bag. So it's got 3 separations in there. I have camera 1 and camera 2. All right, this is what I'm going to use on the upcoming trip. It's a DJI Action 5. I've yet to use it in a series yet, but I want to give it a shot. I feel like it's higher resolution than the DJI Action 4. This is what I've been using for just about every video since Ireland to Japan. I bought this in Japan, actually. It's really good, nice 4K, 60 frames a second, but I usually shoot in like 2.7K, and I don't know if it makes a difference, but Action 5 is what I'm gonna be using. I feel like it's just like higher resolution, better for thumbnails. Yeah, just really good noise cancellation, and it hooks directly to my DJI Mic 2s. That's what I'm using right now. It's wireless, the mics, obviously, and it's I got these little adapters for like podcasts I'm gonna do in Japan. I got some nice podcasts planned, so make sure you subscribe. Yeah, I'm just actually really looking forward to the DJI Action 5 because it hooks wirelessly with the mics, and you can hook, or you can Bluetooth sync 2 mics to it. This one, the DJI Action 4, you can only use 1 at a time. So it'll actually be really good as like an audio backup for the podcast. You know, just hook this on the lapel, use the professional mics, and use this as a backup. Also, obviously, I've been using it the whole time, these mics I'm using right now. So if you like the audio, all this stuff is going to be linked in the description, guys. I'm going to post affiliate links for a lot of stuff. Honestly, a lot of this stuff is like niche and weird, and I won't bother posting it, but like all the tech stuff is definitely going to be in the description. So make sure you check that out. I'll hook you back in. Yeah, I got these like little mic handles. It's really just cheap. There's like $5 on Amazon, and just the mic just hooks in here to the handle, and it's really easy. Okay, so the DJI Action 5, I'm actually really looking forward to using that. What else is in here? I think that's it, actually, for the, like, emergency bag. Oh, also, this thing is awesome because you can hook a selfie stick. You can put it in these little clips and just let the selfie stick rest in there. And then if something is happening, like in real time, you're like, boom, I need to get the camera out right now. You know, we're at a police checkpoint in Xinjiang. I want to film this. Pull out the selfie stick and just get to filming. It's really easy. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Fanny Pack. Here is the big kahuna. This is the tech bag. This is what I spent most of my money on. And there's some stuff in here that a lot of people ask me about. The cameras is one thing. Just editing setup and like, I don't know, my laptop and just, you guys have all kinds of questions. So this is what you probably came here for. So let's get started. We're going to start with something small. This is the Anker MagGo wireless charging station. It's a cube if you're just listening on Spotify, but we do have video on Spotify and YouTube, so make sure you go subscribe to both. Leave us a rating. So this is a pretty nifty little concept. It's a cube, but it folds out, and then this part is a wireless charger for your phone. I'm not going to show you because I'm recording on my phone, but just take my word for it. The phone it's MagSafe. It hooks on there, it charges, and then on the side here, it pops out a little tray for your Apple Watch. So your Apple Watch charges, your phone charges, and on the back, your AirPods can charge here. It's the shit. It's really awesome. For traveling, it's not the best. I mean, it is a little clunky, like it's a big fat cube, but actually I'm really looking forward to just plugging it in USB-C on the plane and just charging all my stuff at once, you know, like ripping a movie on the iPad, everything's charging at once, you know what I mean? It's a good time to mention my iPad. This is an iPad Air M3, I think, 256 gigabytes storage. Not much. It's not the most powerful machine. I don't know. I've never used just the iPad on a flight. Never. On a trip. I always bring my MacBook. This is it. It's the MacBook M3 Max. So the MacBook Pro M3 Max, 2 terabytes of storage, and like 64 gigs of unified memory. I got a fat upgrade for this. It was not cheap. If you, for whatever reason, want a really expensive MacBook, I'll leave it in the description. But it's really not for everybody. It's just, I really wanted just a powerful machine that I would never have to worry about like export times with, 4K footage. It never overheats. The fans never kick on. It like handles everything like a beast. It is a beastly laptop. It might not seem like I edit the videos a lot, but I do try to add like meme edits and like little animations and little like graphics and stuff like that. And you'd be surprised if you layer a lot of that stuff, like, okay, animation here, music underneath, text is moving on the screen. I altered the audio a little bit. I added subtitles. Like if there's like 5 or 6 things going on at once in the timeline, it actually uses up a lot of RAM or like memory on the laptop, if that makes sense. Like you want something with a lot of RAM and a lot of storage if you're going to be editing videos. So that's what I bring. It really sucks because it's so heavy. Honestly, it's very inconvenient to bring on kind of more adventurous trips, and then I always am worried about it in my backpack. Like, oh man, am I gonna like bust this? Getting on the boat, am I gonna fall in the water? Is it gonna be ruined? So there definitely is that, but honestly, I haven't found a better alternative. You could get a MacBook Air, but for the editing I'm trying to do, I want something that's beastly. I don't want to worry about export times. I don't want to worry about the fans kicking on. I don't want to worry about like it not being able to perform well. I want it to be a beast, honestly. And this laptop has been fantastic. It could use a little more storage. Like I got 2 terabytes. I feel like when you use a hard drive, it's a little slower, like reading the data on here and then transferring it. If that makes sense. Like if I'm editing a Final Cut Pro library from the hard drive, it's actually very slow on the computer. So if you use the internal storage, it's much faster. So honestly, if I were to get a new laptop, it'd probably be like 8 terabytes. I would just want to max it out and just not have to worry about it. Again, it is very expensive. I'm not like recommending this for everybody. It's definitely like a niche product that I have come to love. But yeah, MacBook Pro M3 Max. This is what you guys want, all right? Let's see. Oh yeah, again, so I got the iPad Air. I didn't want to go for the Pro because the Pro feels like kind of overkill. I've heard like all the tech reviewers describe it as like it's like driving a Ferrari around your neighborhood, right? Like it's a very high powered machine like the M3 Pro iPads. But what are you going to really use it for? Like, yes, you have Final Cut Pro on there. You can, Logic Pro for mixing audio. But is it really are you really gonna max it out? Are you really gonna use it? Because, Final Cut Pro for iPad is like a mobile app. It's like a bit neutered. It's not like the real deal, right? So, oh, fuck. This bitch die? Well, I was singing the praises of the DJI Mic 2, and it ran out of storage on me. So take that for what you will. Maybe don't take my word for it with the DJI Mic 2, but honestly, I think it's my fault because I fucking it ran out of storage because I never like offloaded. I'm so unorganized. So, anyways, I'm using the Zoom H4n now. God, I feel like such a simp for corporations with this. But I'll leave all this like big tech stuff in the comments if you guys want to know, or the description. Zoom H4n Pro. It's really crystal clear audio in my opinion. And the Shure SM58's microphone. It's just a professional like broadcasting quality microphone. I'm not bringing it on this next trip because it's a lot heavier than just the DJI Mics 2, the DJI Mic 2, and the little Amazon little handle. It's honestly like so easy to travel with. This, on the other hand, if I'm doing like a serious podcast in like a studio or something, I'll bring this. But generally, it's just for my home setup. I don't really want to make a habit out of traveling with this because it's so big and heavy. So anyways, let's get back to the tech stuff. I think that's it in here. Oh, here we go. In this bag, this is a lot of camera accessories. And I've got the Insta360 X4. I do 360 vlogs occasionally. I try not to make a habit out of it because there's such pains in the ass to edit. Like, honestly, you need such a powerful machine to edit those videos. And it's very difficult to edit them, but I think it's cool and it adds like a level of immersion to the video. I've done some podcasting where it was audio only, and then I use B-roll from the Insta360 X4, and it's like been very well received, I think. There's a video on the channel called What No One Tells You About Long-Term Travel or something fucking basic like that. But I used B-roll from like scuba diving trips, which looks amazing. And that was from the X3. So the X4 is going to be even better. I really, really like that camera. Every time I use it, I fall back in love with it. It's so powerful. Even if you're not including full 360 footage on the of the video, even if you're not including the entire 360 footage, if you're just like using little snippets of the frames, it's still such a powerful machine. It can like really capture the scale of stuff, which I find is really hard on action cameras like the DJI. We went to New Zealand and we like went under a waterfall on a boat, and it's just, I mean, the footage is spectacular. So for vlogging, it's not like the greatest because you have to like always adjust the settings. Like if I'm doing like, because it has two cameras, right? So if I'm vlogging, I want to use the monitor on the front or the display on the front and then film with the front camera, right? So I'm filming like this, I can see my face. But if something happens like over there, or if what I'm trying to say is it's not the greatest for using as an action camera, because if you want to switch to 360, you have to like fiddle with the settings and stuff. I find it's better to have this as a solely 360 camera for like landscapes and B-roll and sometimes a monologue. But honestly, for the standard vlog, the action camera is perfect. It's just, you just can't go wrong. It's not, again, the action camera is not great for landscape. That's why I got the 360 camera. So, I was going to say, I can't fully recommend the iPad for like someone who's working. I guess like sending emails and browsing the internet and watching Netflix, it's perfect. I mean, that's literally what it's made for. But for editing videos, for like editing audio, I'm not sure how it's going to do. I would like to try it on this next trip to Japan. Just a little more ergonomic. It's smaller. It's lighter. It's for sure not as powerful, but I'm like, can I go 2 weeks without editing a video? I think that'd be okay. So yeah, I don't know. I'll give it a trial run and let you guys know, but I'm a little hesitant. I feel like I'm really, really dependent on the MacBook, just how powerful it is. It can do anything I ask it to do, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, man. I'm not really sure about the iPad. Okay, this is the container for the DJI Mics 2. They come with like a little charging thingy. It's like an AirPods case, but for the mics. So they just charge USB-C. It charges 2 at a time. It's got all your little accessories in there. I honestly love the packaging on this. It's honestly a pleasure to open up this little pouch and just kind of fiddle in there for all my audio equipment. Yeah, I actually really love those mics. So I have like, I'd say this is probably like a 40-liter backpack, waterproof. It's a North Face. Guys, you don't want to skimp on the backpack. I know people are broke out there. I understand. I've been broke in the past. But with the backpack, you got to spend at least $100, maybe $150 or $200. I think this was like $150 for like kind of like a day-ish pack. For the Osprey, I think I had like a 65-liter. I spent around $200 on it, and it sounds like a lot, but honestly, you use it every day. It holds all your most valuable stuff. You cannot skimp on the backpack. Honestly, you just can't. So in here, I have just kind of like some first aid stuff. I have a thermometer, some iodine if you crash on the motorbike. What else is in here? Like cough medicine, antibiotics. I actually have, this is a real travel hack, actually. I know you probably haven't gotten much useful from this video, but you can go to your doctor in America, right? And you can ask for food poisoning tablets or what is it? Not food poisoning. It's like, it's something that I got from my doctor where in case I get food poisoning or in case I get like a parasite from food, I can just take these tablets. It's like a course of antibiotics. Doctors love prescribing antibiotics these days. It's not hard to get, at least from my doctor. I just said, hey, I'm going to the Philippines. I really want something in my back pocket in case something happens. I'm in a remote region and I really need to feel better. And he's like, say less. He wrote me the script and I just have them on deck at all times. And honestly, it gives you peace of mind because you can eat more adventurous. You can drink with locals. You can be in a remote place and really not worry about the actual consequences. You know what I mean? You can just take fucking antibiotics and ruin society one antibiotic at a time, just absolutely fueling the next pandemic, strengthening the bacteria. Okay, this is my little camera bag. It's GoPro, even though I don't use GoPro anymore. I've moved on. So in here I have a lot of little knickknacks. This is a windscreen for the DJI Action 5. The mics on those cameras are really good. Actually, that's one of the big reasons I upgraded from the GoPro, because the GoPro is like, it has this weird thing where you'll turn on the camera and the first 3 or 4 seconds, the audio will like slowly fade in. It's actually really annoying because you're trying to capture something in real time, someone saying something outrageous or whatever. You're trying to like capture a moment as it's happening. And the audio is just like it's very annoying to edit that kind of footage. So honestly, the DJI Action 5, DJI Action 4 in particular that I've noticed, because I haven't used the 5 yet, is amazing with audio. But it's very sensitive to audio, right? Like it doesn't have a windscreen built in like the GoPro has like automatic kind of noise cancellation, which in turn actually makes the audio sound worse. Like it's not as high quality, it's not as high fidelity as the DJI Action 4. So you want to get like a windscreen to protect from that, right? Because once the audio is recorded with the wind distortion, you cannot get rid of it. Like you can try in post, like with some compression technology and like, you know, manual editing, but you just don't want to have to deal with it. Like you want to make it as easy as possible. And this thing is like $2 on Amazon. It's probably made in a fucking factory in Wuhan, but it doesn't matter because it works. Okay, this right here I use for podcasting. If I were to podcast on the road, I use this baby. It's just a simple tripod. It's the it's the DJI Action tripod. I think it goes up to 6 feet or 2 meters. And you just hook the camera in here. You got your little tripod down here. It's really sturdy. And actually, you can make it more sturdy by pulling these little suckers out. And it's extremely sturdy in high winds. I mean, that's not going anywhere, man. Speaking of the mounting mechanism, this is why I love the DJI and honestly what sold me, apart from the audio, over the GoPro is just how easy they are to use. Like they turn on instantly. The battery is better. They're better in low light. You can connect your Bluetooth mics to them. You can do 2 mics, the DJI Action 5. Honestly, it was a no-brainer. I mean, even though it's like not technically as good in daylight conditions as the GoPro, like I still think that the GoPro is the kind of the king of well-lit conditions. Like Luke from the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel uses GoPro, or he used to before he retired. But the quality of his videos were amazing, like 4K, 60 frames a second, just stunning quality. But in low light, they're terrible. They take too long to turn on. The app isn't intuitive. It's not good. They make you like pay for a fucking subscription. And the mounting system is not good on GoPro. DJI, look how easy this is. You just clip it in, and there it is. It's done. You're done, bro. It's hooked in instantly. There it is. And then if something's happening, or for example, if this mounting mechanism is on your like chin mount to a motorcycle, you just pop it off. It takes 2 seconds. With the GoPro, you have to unscrew this fucking screw. If it's on there really tight, you have to get a screwdriver and pull it off. It's just absolutely such a pain in the ass using a GoPro, especially in a moto vlog. Like when I was, driving through Ukraine, Moldova, Bulgaria, if something exciting was happening, I had to like stop the bike, pull it over, turn it off, unscrew the fucking camera, screw it back into the selfie stick, and then act like it was a natural scene. You know what I mean? The DJI, you just flick these little magnets and it just pulls right off and you're done. It's so easy. And that's honestly why I'll never go back to GoPro. They just don't adapt like the DJI does. Like DJI is, I feel like they listen to their customers. They're Chinese, right? So they're very innovative. Okay. This one is a little more niche. This is a light that I use for podcasting on the go. Let's see if it even turns on today. I don't think it's charged. Oh, there it goes. Very bright. Honestly, extremely bright. Really convenient, really lightweight, charges USB-C. You can adjust like all the different colors on it. That's just like a normal white light. I think you can adjust like the yellow balance or the white balance or whatever it is. And yeah, it's really very high performing little light, tiny little thing. Good for like podcasting and low light conditions. Again, this is why I like the DJI. It comes with this battery charging pack. So you can charge 3 batteries at once. If you're out all day filming, just throw it in the Fanny Pack. You got 3 fully charged batteries. Honestly, it's a no-brainer for me. This is a phone mount I use on another tripod. Not that exciting. I just mount my phone on it to fucking film. Let's see what else I got in here. Random memory cards, microfiber cloths. Honestly, a lot of this stuff is like niche for me being a YouTuber. But honestly, you guys wanted this. So, all right, I'm not sure how this all looks. I feel like this is a fucking disaster. Let's see. This is a very important piece of the setup. This is huge. I've had this thing for 5 years. It's just a random Chinese bag. It's called Be Unique, Be Myself. When I was like teaching English online years ago, I used this to travel with. It's got all my USB cords. It's got charging blocks. It's got wireless charging banks, hard drives, memory cards. This is kind of the accessory to this. This is more like niche camera and mic stuff. And this is kind of more general like cords, cables, chargers, stuff like that. So there it is. It's all really, really easy to access. You know exactly. I kind of like color coded it as well, or I usually will have all the black cords here and the white cords here, separate but equal. And, all my little charging banks, my little fucking USB-C thingy charger. I got my, what is this? Oh, this is just a SD card adapter to plug into USB-C in case the SD card slot isn't working on my MacBook. I have a portable charger. This thing is really handy. It's Belkin. I got it ages ago. I don't even think they make it anymore. And then in here, I have the hard drives. I like to keep these separate from everything and protected. This is a lacy 4 terabyte. I've seen this in a lot of YouTubers' videos. They're mentioning it. They're saying it's really rugged and stuff, which it is. Like if you drop it, it's not going to break. I've actually busted, what is it? I think 2 hard drives now. No, just 1. I dropped a 4 terabyte hard drive before and it just fried it. Like a decade of photos and messages and just literally like 10 years of my life just like evaporated in like 5 seconds because I didn't back the shit up and I dropped it. And yeah, long story short, I would not use this. I would not use it because that one over there, the reason it's still plugged into my MacBook is because if I unplug it, I'm afraid it's never going to turn back on again. It's been on the fritz, the lacy 5 terabyte. I would not get it if you're like interested in, you know, maintaining your data for like years, decades to come. It's not a good device for like long-term storage. And I found that out personally because it's like failed on me 3 or 4 times. I've had to like call support and get it fixed. And I'm honestly afraid of unplugging it because I'm going to lose fucking everything. That's why I've gotten the Samsung, I think this is the T7 Shield. I've yet to use it, but this is 4 terabytes. So that's the same amount of storage as this. Like, this thing's like weighs like a pound, like half a kilo, this fucking thing. This thing is tiny. It's like nothing. It's like a little flip phone in size. Same storage amount, 4 terabytes. It comes a little rubber stopper on it, similar to this, but this is way smaller, and it's a SSD, I think solid state drive, so it's more, it like reads and writes the files faster. It moves, like it does data transfers faster, and it's supposed to last a lot longer than this piece of shit. I'm really upset with Lacey because, you know, it looks sturdy. It looks like it would last forever, and it just doesn't. I've had that 5 terabyte one for less than a year, and it's like, sometimes I'll plug it in, the computer doesn't recognize it. It's a whole thing. So I would not get that. I'll get the Samsung T7 Shield, I'm pretty sure. And honestly, this little bag is such a life saver. A lot of the times it has my hard drives, you know, all my cords. It's just so easy to access stuff in here. I know exactly where it is. Not as fun of an item, but this is all my like important documents that I bring. You know, like I said, the vaccine stuff, motorcycle registration, you know, fucking birth certificate if I need it, like driver's license. All my important documents are in there, as well as like, you know, souvenirs and like paper stuff. Because, you know, if you're living on the road, if you're traveling 5, 6, 7 months, you got to have like everything. You need to have your visas and just like important stuff. It's very boring, but honestly, it's really necessary to like keep just some kind of folder to like store all your important shit. And the last thing that I feel like you might not expect me to bring, and this is the first time I'm bringing this on a trip, but I fell in love with it, and I really want to try to play it on the plane, is the Nintendo Switch 2. I know, I'm a fucking nerd. I play Mario. I play Animal Crossing. Mario Odyssey is very fun. Mario Kart's very fun. And I feel like it would just be a great way to pass time on like a 14, 15-hour flight. Like imagine if you could just sink 2 or 3 hours into something that you really like and not, you know, not be suffering so much on the plane. That's why I got this thing, honestly. It's a little big, but I think it would be fine if I'm bringing the iPad. That's why I want to bring the iPad this time and really try something a little more lightweight, a little less powerful. You know, obviously still have access to the internet, but it's just lighter and more convenient. And then I can justify bringing this bad boy because I feel like I'm going to sink some sweet, sweet hours on the flight to Japan with this baby. Playing some Japanese video games on the way to Japan. So I think that's it, guys. Let me know what other videos you want to see, what other podcast topics you'd like me to cover. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, because we're just getting this thing off the ground, and we got some very exciting episodes coming up. So yeah, that's everything I bring in my bag in 2025. I hope you enjoyed, guys. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.